If you've been feeling something shifting in your heart lately, if there's been a quiet stirring in your soul that you can't quite explain, this message was written specifically for you. The universe has been orchestrating something extraordinary behind the scenes, and what I'm about to share with you isn't just a coincidence. Right now, in this very moment, there is someone whose soul is so deeply connected to yours that they are preparing something that will completely transform your reality. They are rehearsing words, planning moments, gathering courage to present you with a proposal that will leave you absolutely speechless. But before we go any further, if you're feeling that subtle recognition in your chest, that gentle knowing that this message was meant to find you today, I invite you to become part of this sacred community by subscribing, because the messages that are coming your way are aligned with your soul's journey, and you won't want to miss what the universe has planned to reveal to you next. There's something profoundly mystical happening in the invisible realm right now. While you've been going about your daily life, perhaps wondering if that special connection you've been feeling is real, perhaps questioning whether the love you hold in your heart is reciprocated with the same intensity, the universe has been working tirelessly to align circumstances, synchronize timings, and prepare both souls for a moment that has been written in the stars long before either of you took your first breath in this lifetime. This isn't just about romance in conventional sense. This is about soul recognition. This is about two energies that have traveled across lifetimes to find each other again. And right now, one of those souls is working up the courage to make their intentions known in a way that will surpass anything you've imagined. You see, when two souls are truly meant to unite, the universe doesn't leave anything to chance. Every encounter, every conversation, every moment of silence between you has been carefully orchestrated. Even the periods of distance, the times when you wondered if maybe you were reading too much into connection, those were necessary chapters in your story. They were teaching you, preparing you, helping you grow into the version of yourself who would be ready to receive what's coming. And the person whose soul is intertwined with yours has been on their own journey of preparation. They've been facing their fears, confronting their doubts, working through their own blocks and insecurities, all while the universe has been gently nudging them forward, whispering to them in dreams, sending them signs, showing them repeatedly that you are the one they're meant to be with. Right now, as you're listening to these words, that person is thinking about you, not just a passing thought, but a deep, soul-level contemplation. They're imagining scenarios in their mind, picturing how they'll approach you, what words they'll use, how they'll express the depth of what they feel. They're nervous, beautifully nervous, because what they want to say to you matters more than anything they've ever expressed before. This isn't a casual conversation they're preparing for. This is the articulation of a soul contract, the verbal manifestation of a cosmic agreement that was made before either of you entered these physical bodies. And the angels surrounding both of you are celebrating because they can see what you cannot yet see with your physical eyes. They can see the golden thread that connects your hearts. They can see the beautiful future that's about to unfold. They can see the joy that's preparing to enter your life. The signs have been there all along, haven't they? You've been noticing synchronicities, seeing repeating numbers, perhaps 1111 showing up constantly, or other numerical sequences that make you pause and wonder what the universe is trying to tell you. You've been thinking about this person at random moments, only to have them reach out shortly after. You've been dreaming about them, vivid dreams that feel more real than reality itself. Dreams where you're together in ways that your waking life hasn't yet manifested. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations. The universe has been preparing you, giving you glimpses of what's to come, helping you trust in the invisible forces that are working on your behalf. And while you've been receiving these signs, so have they. They've been getting their own messages, their own confirmations, their own divine reassurance that pursuing this connection is exactly what they're meant to do. What makes this moment so special is the purity of intention behind what's being prepared for you. This isn't someone playing games with your heart. This isn't someone unsure about what they want. This is someone who has reached a point of absolute clarity. They've looked at their life, examined their heart, explored every corner of their being, and they've arrived at one undeniable truth. You are their person. You are the one they want to build with, dream with, grow with, experience life with. And this realization hasn't come lightly. They probably resisted it at times, because deep soul connections can be terrifying in their intensity. when you recognize someone as a mirror to your soul, when you feel a love that goes beyond the surface level attractions and conveniences that most relationships are built on, it challenges everything you thought you knew about connection. It demands vulnerability. It requires courage. It asks you to be seen in ways you've never been seen before. And they've been doing that internal work. They've been facing those fears. They've been preparing themselves to stand before you with complete authenticity and make their intentions crystal clear. The proposal that's being prepared isn't necessarily what you might traditionally think of when you hear that word. Yes, for some of you, this could literally be a marriage proposal, a moment where someone gets down on one knee and asks you to share a lifetime together. But for others, this proposal takes different forms. It might be a proposal to begin a committed relationship, to finally label what you've been building together, to make official what your souls have known all along. It might be a proposal to move forward together, to take the next step in your connection, to merge your lives in deeper ways. It might be a proposal to work through whatever has kept you apart, to bridge the distance, to overcome the obstacles that have stood between you. Whatever form it takes, the common thread is this. It's a clear, definitive, heart-centered declaration of their desire to be with you. No more ambiguity. No more uncertainty. No more wondering where you stand. They are preparing to show up for you in a way that will leave no doubt in your mind about how they feel and what they want. And here's what the universe wants you to know. You deserve this. You deserve someone who is sure about you, who has done the inner work, who is ready to meet you at the level of depth your soul craves. All the times you settled for less, all the connections where you felt like you were the only one truly invested, all the relationships where you gave more than you received, those were lessons, not life sentences. They were showing you what you don't want so that you could recognize what you do want when it arrives. And it is arriving. The person whose soul is connected to yours isn't approaching you from a place of casual interest or convenient timing. They're approaching you from a place of soul recognition and divine alignment. They see you, not just the surface you present the world, but the depths of who you truly are. They see your light, and they're not intimidated by it. They see your shadows, and they're not running from them. They see your complexity, and they're fascinated by it. They see your heart, and they want to honor it with their presence, their consistency, their commitment. If you're feeling this truth resonating in your being right now, if every word is landing in your heart like a key turning a lock, I want you to do something for me. Take a moment and write in the comments, I am ready to receive. Because when you declare your readiness to the universe, when you open yourself to receive the blessings that are being prepared for you, you accelerate their arrival. You align yourself with the frequency of reception. You signal to the cosmos that you trust in divine timing, and you're prepared to welcome this beautiful chapter of your life. Now, let's talk about what's been happening in the energetic realm while all of this has been unfolding. There's been a lot of spiritual preparation taking place. On both sides, you might have found yourself being guided to do inner work recently. Perhaps you've been drawn to healing old wounds, releasing past relationship patterns, working through abandonment issues or fear of vulnerability. Perhaps you've been feeling called to love yourself more deeply, to set better boundaries, to recognize your worth in new ways. This hasn't been random. This has been the universe preparing you to receive a love that matches your true value. You can't call in a soul-level connection while still operating from wounded patterns. You can't attract divine partnership while still believing you're not worthy of it. So the universe has been gently, and sometimes not so gently, guiding you through the necessary healing that will prepare you for this moment. And the same has been true for them. They've been facing their own demons, working through their own fears, healing their own hearts. They've been becoming the version of themselves who is capable of loving you the way you deserve to be loved. The angels have been particularly active in this process. Your guardian angels and theirs have been communicating, coordinating, ensuring that both of you are being prepared and supported. They've been placing thoughts in your minds, creating circumstances that trigger necessary growth, arranging divine interventions that might have seemed like obstacles at the time, but were actually redirections toward this destined moment. And Spirit wants you to know that everything that has happened, every delay, every detour, every moment of disappointment, has been perfectly orchestrated to bring you both to this point of readiness. If this proposal had come earlier, one or both of you wouldn't have been ready to receive it properly. The timing had to be exactly right. And it is right now. The timing is perfect. The stage is set. The players are prepared. And the universe is about to reveal what it's been carefully constructing behind the curtain of your awareness. There's something I need you to understand about the nature of this connection. When souls are truly meant to unite, there's a recognition that goes beyond logic, beyond reason, beyond anything the mind can explain. You might have felt this from the very first moment you encountered this person. There was something familiar about them, even if you'd never met before. Something in their eyes, in their energy, in the way they made you feel. It was like coming home, like remembering something you've forgotten, like finding a part of yourself you didn't know was missing. This kind of recognition only happens when souls have known each other before, when there's a karmic connection, when there's unfinished business from previous lifetimes that needs to be resolved or honored in this one. And what's beautiful is that they felt it too. That recognition wasn't one-sided. The moment your energies touched, something activated in both of you. A dormant memory awakened. A soul contract was remembered. And from that moment forward, neither of you could forget the other, even if you tried. But soul connections aren't always easy, are they? In fact, they're often the most challenging relationships we experience because they hold up a mirror to everything we need to heal, everything we need to release, everything we need to transform within ourselves. This is why there may have been periods of distance between you. This is why the path to this moment might have been complicated, marked by misunderstandings or timing issues or external circumstances that seemed to keep you apart. The universe wasn't being cruel. The universe was being strategic. It was giving both of you the space and time you needed to become who you need to be for this union to work. And every moment of separation was actually bringing you closer to this moment of reunion and declaration. The rubber band was stretching so that when it snaps back, when you come together, the force of that connection will be undeniable, unshakable, and absolutely transformative. Here's what's happening right now in the spirit realm. There are divine forces gathering around your connection, blessing it, protecting it, guiding it toward manifestation. The ancestors, yours and theirs, are watching with joy because they can see how this union will impact not just your lives, but generations to come. The spirit guides assigned to your soul journey are working over time to ensure that every obstacle is removed, every block is cleared, every distraction is minimized so that this proposal can unfold exactly as it's meant to. And the angels are singing, because nothing brings them more joy than witnessing two souls recognize each other and choose to walk their paths together. They've been waiting for this moment just as much as you have, and they're about to make sure it happens in a way that confirms beyond any doubt that this is divinely orchestrated. You might be wondering when this proposal is coming. I can feel that question in your energy right now. When will they finally say what they need to say? When will this rehearsing turn into reality? And the answer is sooner than you think. The universe doesn't show you visions of the future unless that future is close to manifesting. The fact that you found this message, that these words are resonating so deeply with your soul, is itself a sign that you're in the final stages of waiting. The curtain is about to rise. The moment is nearly here. But here's what Spirit wants you to do in the meantime. Don't chase. Don't force. Don't try to control the timing or manipulate the circumstances to make it happen according to your timeline. Trust, surrender, stay open, continue doing your inner work, continue honoring your own healing journey, continue being the radiant, authentic expression of your soul that you are, because your energy right now, your vibration, your state of being, is actually a huge part of what's drawing this person forward. They're being magnetically pulled toward you not because you're chasing them, but because you're shining so brightly that they can't look away. They're being compelled to act not because you're pressuring them, but because their soul is demanding that they stop wasting time and claim the connection that's meant for them. And when the moment comes, when they stand before you and speak the words they've been rehearsing, when they make the proposal clear, you'll know it's real because of how it feels. It won't feel like game playing or manipulation. It won't feel like someone who's unsure is testing the waters. It will feel like truth, like destiny, like the universe clicking into place. You'll feel it in your body, a sense of rightness, of coming home, of finally receiving what you've been calling in, and all the doubt you've carried, All the questions you've had, all the fears about whether this connection was real or just in your imagination, they'll dissolve in an instant. Because when someone shows up for you with the full force of their authentic intention, when someone proposes a future together from a place of genuine soul recognition, there's no mistaking it. It's clear, it's clean, it's pure, and it's exactly what you've been waiting for. I want to address something that might be coming up for you right now. Fear. Even as excitement builds in your heart, even as hope rises in your chest, there might be a part of you that's scared. Scared to believe, scared to trust, scared to open your heart fully after you've been hurt before. And that's okay. That fear is understandable. It's a protective mechanism that developed to keep you safe. But here's what you need to know. This time is different. The person approaching you isn't the same as the ones who came before. They're not operating from the same level of consciousness. They're not bringing the same unhealed patterns. They've done their work. They've faced their shadows. They're coming to you as a whole person, ready to meet you in your wholeness. And yes, relationships still require work, growth, communication, and compromise. Soul connections aren't magic fixes that make everything perfect forever. But what there is a foundation of genuine love, real recognition, and divine alignment that makes all that work worthwhile. So feel the fear if it arises, but don't let it close your heart. Feel the fear and stay open anyway. Feel the fear and choose trust anyway. Feel the fear and know that on the other side of it is the love you've been calling in. The universe has been so clear in its messages to me about your situation. As I connected with the energy of those who would find this message today, I was shown glimpses of your story. I saw someone who's been through so much, who has loved deeply and lost, who has given their heart and had it handled carelessly, who has wondered if maybe they're asking for too much, if maybe the kind of love they desire doesn't really exist. I saw someone who has almost given up several times, who has considered settling for less, who has questioned whether they're meant to be alone. And then I saw the turn. I saw the moment when you decided to trust yourself, to trust the universe, to trust that what's meant for you won't miss you. I saw you reclaiming your power, raising your standards, refusing to accept crumbs when you deserve the whole feast. And that decision, that moment when you chose yourself, that's what set everything in motion. That's when the universe said, okay, they're ready now. Let's give them what they've been asking for. Let's bring in the person who can meet them where they are. And that's exactly what's happening right now. This person who is rehearsing their proposal to you, they're not just anyone. They're not a random person who happens to like you. They are a divine assignment. They are someone whose soul agreed before birth to find you, to love you, to join with you in this lifetime for purposes that serve both your individual growth and your collective mission. You have work to do together, not just the work of relationship, but actual work in the world. Your union has a purpose beyond your personal happiness, though your happiness is absolutely part of the plan. When you come together, you will create something, whether that's a family, a business, a creative project, a healing space, or simply an energetic field of love that impacts everyone around you. Your combined light is brighter than either of you shine alone. And the universe needs that light right now. The world needs the kind of love you're about to step into. So this isn't just about you. It's about everyone who will be touched by your story, inspired by your connection, healed by witnessing two people choose each other with consciousness and commitment. As we move deeper into this message, I want you to pay attention to what you're feeling in your body right now. Are you feeling warmth in your chest? Are you feeling tingling in your hands? Are you feeling a sense of knowing that goes beyond what words can express? These physical sensations are confirmation. Your body is responding to the truth frequency of this message. Your higher self is recognizing the accuracy of what's being shared. Your soul is celebrating because it knows that what you're hearing is aligned with your destiny. And if tears are coming, let them flow. These aren't tears of sadness. These are tears of recognition, of relief, of release. You've been holding so much, carrying so much, wondering so much. And now you're receiving confirmation that your patience is about to pay off, that your faith was not misplaced, that the love you've been calling is actually really, truly on its way to you in the form of someone who is ready to commit, to claim you, to build a future with you. The rehearsing that's happening right now is actually quite beautiful when you think about it. This person cares so much about getting it right that they're practicing. They're thinking about every word because they want their message to land in your heart the way it lives in theirs. They're considering every detail because this moment matters to them. They're working up courage because they're afraid that maybe they waited too long, afraid that maybe you've moved on, afraid that maybe the intensity of what they feel will overwhelm you. But they're facing that fear because you're worth it, because the connection you share is worth it, because missing out on this chance to be with you is more terrifying than the vulnerability of putting their heart on the line. And that's how you know it's real. When someone is willing to risk rejection, to step outside their comfort zone, to be completely honest about their feelings despite all the reasons their ego might give them not to, that's when you know you're dealing with authentic love. That's when you know the soul has overridden the fear-based programming of the mind and is moving forward with divine confidence. I need to tell you something else the angels are showing me. There's going to be a confirmation sign that comes to you before this proposal happens. It's going to be something specific to your connection with this person. Maybe it's a song that's significant to both of you that plays at an unexpected moment. Maybe it's a symbol or image that represents something between you appearing in your physical reality. Maybe it's a dream where you receive a clear message about what's coming. Maybe it's a friend or family member who suddenly brings up this person in conversation without you mentioning them first. Whatever form it takes, you'll know it when you see it. It will be unmistakable. And when you receive that sign, know that the proposal is imminent. The universe doesn't send confirmation signals unless the thing being confirmed is about to manifest. So stay alert. Pay attention. Notice the synchronicities. Read the messages that the cosmos is sending you, because they're speaking to you constantly, guiding you, preparing you, letting you know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There's also something important about how to receive this proposal when it comes. The universe is asking you to meet it with an open heart, but also with your full, authentic self. Don't diminish your feelings to make the other person comfortable. Don't play it cool if you're actually overjoyed. Don't hold back if you want to express the depth of what you feel. This is a moment for truth, for both of you. If this is what you want, say yes with your whole being. If you need time to process, honor that truth. If you have questions or concerns, voice them. This connection is strong enough to handle honesty. In fact, it requires honesty. Soul partnerships can be built on anything less than complete authenticity. So when your person stands before you with their rehearsed words and their vulnerable heart and their clear intentions, meet them in that space of vulnerability. Let yourself be seen as deeply as you're seeing them. Let yourself feel as fully as they're feeling. Because these moments of complete presence and authentic connection are rare and they're sacred, and they deserve to be honored with the fullness of who you are. You know what's remarkable about divine timing. It always seems late from a human perspective, but it's always perfect from the soul perspective. Every single time, when we look back on our lives, we can see how things that seem delayed were actually right on time. How things that seem like they weren't working out were actually protecting us from something that wasn't meant for us or preparing us for something better. And this situation is no different. The timing of this proposal, even if it feels like it's taken forever to arrive, is absolutely perfect. Both of you needed to become who you are right now for this to work. Both of you needed to learn what you've learned, heal what you've healed, release what you've released. If this had happened earlier, it might have been beautiful, but it wouldn't have had the same depth, the same maturity, the same consciousness that it's going to have now. So bless the timing. Trust the timing. Thank the universe for its wisdom in knowing exactly when to bring things together in a way that serves the highest good of all involved. As we approach the final part of this message, I want to speak directly to any lingering doubts you might have. Maybe there's a voice in your head saying, "This sounds too good to be true." Maybe there's a part of you that's thinking, what if this isn't about me? What if I'm just projecting my desires onto this message? What if I'm setting myself up for disappointment? And to that, I want to say this. The fact that you found this message isn't an accident. The fact that it's resonating so deeply with your soul isn't wishful thinking. The universe doesn't waste your time with false hope. It doesn't guide you to messages that aren't meant for you. You were led here because you needed to hear this. You needed the confirmation. You needed the encouragement. You needed the reminder to keep your heart open and your faith strong. So trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust the feeling in your gut that's telling you this is real. This is yours. This is happening. Because it is. And here's what I want you to remember in the days and weeks ahead. As you wait for this proposal to manifest in your physical reality, stay grounded in your own life. Don't put everything on hold waiting for this person to show up. Continue pursuing your passions. Continue nurturing your friendships. Continue taking care of your body, mind, and spirit. Continue being the fullest expression of yourself. Because that's what's attracting this person to you. That's what's making them rehearse these words. That's what's compelling them to take this step. They're not falling in love with a desperate person who's waiting for someone to complete them. They're falling in love with a whole, beautiful, radiant soul who is living fully and authentically. So keep being that person. Keep shining that light. Keep trusting that what's meant for you is on its way. And when it arrives, you'll be ready to receive it from a place of groundedness and self-love rather than neediness and desperation. The angels want to leave you with a final message before we close. They're saying that this proposal is just the beginning. It's the doorway, not the destination. Once you and this person officially come together, once the intentions are declared and the commitment is made, a whole new chapter of your life begins. And it's going to be more beautiful, more expansive, more joyful than you can currently imagine. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, you'll both have to navigate the human aspects of relationship. Yes, you'll trigger each other at times and have to work through stuff together. But underneath all of that will be a foundation of soul love that makes everything navigable. You'll have a partner who sees you, values you, chooses you every single day. You'll have someone to dream with, build with, laugh with, grow with. You'll have a love that doesn't just feel good, but actually helps you become the highest version of yourself. And that's the gift the universe is preparing to give you. That's what's being wrapped up in this proposal that's being rehearsed. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of this beautiful, sacred, perfectly timed moment. So as I close this message, I want to invite you to take a deep breath with me. Breathe in trust. Breathe out fear. Breathe in faith. Breathe out doubt. Breathe in love. Breathe out resistance. Feel yourself aligning with the highest timeline, the one where everything you've been calling and manifests in the most beautiful way possible. Feel yourself opening to receive. Feel yourself saying yes to the blessings that are flowing toward you right now. And know, with every fiber of your being, that the universe has heard your prayers, has seen your tears, has felt your longing, and is about to answer in a way that exceeds your wildest expectations. Your connected soul is rehearsing a proposal that will leave you speechless. And very soon, you're going to hear those words. Feel that love and step into the partnership you've always deserved. Trust in the process. Trust in divine timing. Trust in the love that's coming for you. Because it's real, it's close, and it's absolutely meant to be yours. If this message touched something deep within your soul, if you felt the truth of these words reverberating through your entire being, there's something more waiting for you. The universe has another revelation prepared, another layer of your story that needs to be unveiled. In the next video, you'll discover what happens after this proposal, the spiritual journey that awaits both of you, and the profound transformation that occurs when two souls finally unite in their destined partnership. The answers you seek about what comes next, about how to navigate this powerful connection, about the true purpose behind your union. It's all waiting for you. Don't let this moment pass without receiving the complete message the universe has prepared for your soul. Your journey is just beginning, and the most beautiful chapters are still unfolding. Let this sacred guidance continue to illuminate your path, because what you're about to discover next will change everything.